Om Sahana Bhavatu
Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Devaitrapi vichikitsitam kila
Devaitrapi vichikitsam kila
Vichikitsitam, yeah. Tvancha mrithyo yanna sugyegamatha
Tvam cha mrityo yanna suvigneyamata
Not suvigneya, sugyegamatha
Sugneyamata
Vakta chasya
Vakta chasya
Tvadriganyo nalabhyaha
Vadriganyo nalabhyaha
Nanyo varastulyaha
Nanyo varastulyaha
Etasya kaschit
Etasya kaschit
Devaitrapi vichikitsitam kila
Devaitrapi vichikitsitam kila
Tvancha mrityo yanna sugnyeyamatha
Tvancha mrityo yanna sugneyamata
Vakta chasya tvadriganyo nalabhyaha
Vakta chasya tvadraganyo nalabhyaha
Nanyo varastulya etasya kaschit
Nanyo varastulya etasya kaschit.
Nachiketa sits up. Devaihi api atrapi vichikitsitam kila. It's the same as the last one. Pura is replaced by kila. Look at the last verse, first line. Pura is replaced by kila. Kila means indeed, is that the case? Yeah, it was inquired by the Devatas. Then I definitely want it. This was the wrong example to give, to deter him. It backfired on Lord Yama because it made him all the more interested. And then what he says, nothing much to explain there. His kila means indeed. Is that the case? Oh, and then this kila also means I have heard this from you. I have heard this from you indeed. Indeed, is that what you say? Is that it was given, if it was even inquired into by the Devatas? And then Tvamcha Mrityo, O death, O Mrityo, O death. Now he's on first term basis. Yeah. O death. And further, you yat na sugneyam atha. Atha means aha. The one you said is not easy to understand. You yourself said. And how will you know that it's not easy to understand? Because you know the subject matter very well. And therefore I know that you know. Now you cannot hide, because otherwise how do you know it's difficult? You know. If you say it's difficult, that means you know something about it. And in fact you know everything about it. It's your department. Come on. Drik. So this word drik, drik means like. Idrik. Idrik, idrishau, idrishaha. So twadrik, idrik. So twadrik means like you. It's a kind of a suffix. Twadrik, idrik. Idrik means just like this. So twadrik natulyat. Natulyah. Twadrik anyaha. Nalabhyaha. Another elucidator of this knowledge is not available. Not that Yamaloka is a deserted place. No, that's not why it is not available. It is not available because you are the best and the foremost authority on the subject. He is not trying to apple polish the teacher, although it may look like that. It is an objective fact that he is saying that for me, you are the best exponent of this knowledge for me. And the teacher needs to know that, because otherwise why will the teacher teach otherwise, you know? So this is again, as I said, the enacting of the studentship to make sure that one is in the right relationship with regard to the teacher teaching text and the vidya. And this is described in the verse 34 of chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Tad vidhi, to know that. Please know that. Vidhi, lot. Please understand this. How? Pranipatena, through certain actions. Their actions are given. Attitude, nobody is questioning. Actions. Because the feelings or the desire has to be enacted to make it real and to keep it real. So there is a threefold thing, a formula that is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Pranipata means doing namaskar. What happens when you do namaskar? One slims down. Madhya Pradesh reduces. You know. It's a yogic pose. Yes. It tones the body. And, you know, but then when you bend, what happens? You are forced to see the metaphor of flexibility. In terms of what? The notions. The prakrita notions about the self that one has been nursing in the form of ragadveshas are laid at the feet of the knowledge. Why? Because when you bend, that you are surrendering those notions. That is what is the surrender. It's not surrendering your will. It's the wrong notions that are surrendered. And the teacher becomes, as it were, a stand-in for the altar of surrender, who shows you, takes you to the altar of surrender, takes you to that knowledge where ultimately you are shown to be that altar of surrender yourself. You are shown to be Bhagavan. First takes you to Bhagavan and then shows you are Bhagavan. So the teacher is like a stand-in until all this is internalized. And really speaking, the most appropriate altar of surrender must not need that surrender. Yeah. One who doesn't need that surrender is called teacher of Vedanta. Really. That is the whole trick here. That's why it works. Because surrender cannot be demanded. Come on, surrender. That's what the police does when they come to the door. You are surrounded. You need to surrender. Still the person will not come out. You have to go get the fellow. Surrender is not demanded. It is willingly given, especially when it's not demanded. So that's why I said it's all incumbent upon keeping the will of the student burning bright in favor of this knowledge all the time. And so here pranipata, surrender, namaskar, pariprashna, by engaging with the teaching, asking questions, etc. Appropriate question, pariprashna, all round engagement, showing that one is engaged with the teaching in whatever ways that you can show. And then thirdly, sevaya, through seva, through service. Then what happens? Upadekshanti te, unto you they will teach. Who? What will they teach? Jnanam. Who are they? Tattvadarshinaha. Who are what? Coming from a sound lineage. Jnaninaha. Who are knowers of this. So Brahmanistha and Shrotriya. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter. This is what Nachiketa is doing. He's not trying to make Yama feel good, as though Yama is going to be, was waiting to be praised because he's lonely. No such thing. No such thing. He is stating a fact And what is that objective fact? That other than you, no one is qualified to teach me. I will not get a better teacher than you. Why? Because you deal with this every day. And if you don't know, if you say you don't know, how am I going to believe this? Because you said it is difficult to know, that means you know. Vakta cha asya. Vakta here doesn't mean speaker. Vaktr, vakta, vaktaro, vaktarha. No. Here it means what? Teacher. Vakta. Even in all the Upanishads it means teacher. Avavaktaram, avashrotaram. Correct? Yeah. Where is that? Ganapati Upanishad. And then also in the Channo Mitra Shamvarunaha. Does that come? Channo Bhavatvaryama, Channa Indro Brihaspatihi, Channo Vishnururukramaha, Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayo, Tvameva Pratyaksham, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami, Ritam Vadishyami, Satyam Vadishyami, Tanmam Avadu, Tad Vaktaram. Teacher here. Vakta means teacher. Vakta doesn't mean someone who just yaps. You know. Yeah. No, that is not Vakta. Here teacher. Vakta cha asya. And besides, cha, and besides, Vakta, the teacher, asya, of this knowledge, Twadrig anyaha na labhya. For me, there is no other teacher than you for this knowledge. Not only that, na anyaha varaha tulyaha etasya kaschit. Not only is there any other teacher other than you, that's why it is incumbent upon you to teach. Furthermore, there is no other boon equal to this. Why?
This is beyond us. It's beyond samsara.
This is a boon which reveals Satya. Other boons are within Mithya. What's the difference between Mithya and Satya? Let's not get started. And you know, big difference. And so therefore what? So Mithya is Satya, Satya is not Mithya. So here the two orders of reality are pointed out, and that Nachiketa knows that there is nothing equal to this boon is also pointed out, something that Adi Shankara does not miss. He points this out also in the Bhashya. So without much ado, let's go to the Bhashya. Devaihi api.
Devaihi api.
Sorry, Devaihi atrapi.
Devaihi atrapi.
Asmin vastuni.
Asmin vastuni.
Vichikitsitam kila iti.
Vichikitsitam kila iti.
Bhavata eva.
Bhavata eva.
Naha shrutam.
Naha shrutam.
Or bhavatah eva naha shrutam.
Bhavatah eva naha shrutam.
Yeah, bhavatah eva, from you only, of you only, naha, we, heard. We heard this from you only. It's just a way of speaking, and we heard this from you. What did we hear? Devaihi api means even on behalf of the gods, even by the gods, even by the celestials, was entertained what? A enquiry, a doubt regarding the nature of Aham, Atma. Even the celestials had this doubt. Killer, indeed is that so? And you yourself are telling me, and with that in the same breath you are telling me. This is what he's picking out, the teacher's contradiction. First you are telling me that this is so special that even the celestials want it. And in the second breath, you are contradicting yourself. And what are you telling me? Na suvijnayam. Na sujnayam. This is not difficult, very difficult. So, this is a contradiction because you are telling me, you are warding me off of this. You are utsarayasi, means you are driving me away from this knowledge, even as you are telling me how special it is. Isn't this a contradiction, O Yama? Because from you only I heard that the celestials want it, and from you only I heard that it is difficult for me to gain it. So this is a slight contradiction. I mean, even though it's not pointed out, it's intended to say that. So bhavatah eva nah shrutam tvancha
Tvancha
mrityo
mrityo
yadi
yadi
asman
asman
na sugneyam
na sunyayam
atmatattvam
atmatattvam
atha
atha
kathayasi
kathayasi
atah
atah
panditaihi api
panditaihi api
avedaniyatvat
avedaniyatva
avedaniyatvat
avedaniyatva
vakta cha asya dharmasya
vakta cha asya dharmasya
tvagdrik tulyo
त्वादृक्तुल्यो
अन्यः
अन्यः
पंडितश्च
पण्डितश्च
न लभ्यः
न लभ्यः
अन्विष्यमाणोऽपि.
अन्विष्यमाणोऽपि.
Very clever. My God, this boy is just like a little pataka. What is pataka? A firecracker. He is very spicy. That's why I called him chili pepper. You know, he's like a little pataka. So first he points out the covert contradiction. This is wonderful and very special. Even the gods have inquired into it, but it's not for you. How? What do you mean it's not for me? If the gods want it, then it should be good for me also. You know, this is also in keeping with another Upanishad. Very nice. There is a. It will take us away from this, but doesn't matter. So, little bit it will take us away from this. There is an Upanishad called Kaushitaki Upanishad. Kaushitaki. And there is one king called, what was his name? Forgot. Pratardana, I think. Pratardana, a king, very noble king, dies and goes to heaven. Goes straight to the arms of Indra. And and Indra is very pleased with him because he has left behind a legacy of a full coffer. The treasury is full and the whole kingdom is thriving, green, ecologically sustainable, financially sustainable, economically sustainable. He's left a great legacy behind, very noble. Everybody is sattvic, everybody is telling the truth. He has, changed the whole thing. And he says, of course, your good deeds have brought you to Indra Loka, my Loka, and I am here to welcome you. This is part of your, with a little drink, and this is part of your welcome, which is included in the punya. But along with this champagne, celestial Soma champagne, Soma juice champagne, I'm going to give you an extra boon. These devatas can throw in a few things. Here, Yama threw in something. What did he throw in? That little mala he threw in. So like this, I'm going to throw in something extra just for you. Ask me whatever you want and I'll grant it for you because you have been such a good king. And you know what he says? He says, please give me what you would have asked for yourself as a deva. So what is good for you is good for me. It's like if you go to a French restaurant where half of the things are silent and the other half of the things are unpronounceable because they are not pronounced phonetically. French and phonetics don't go together at all. Half of the things are silent. Half the vowels you don't pronounce. The other half, the A is pronounced like O. It's very funny. Anyway, French and Sanskrit, opposite sides. So then you go to a French restaurant and you cannot read anything except the prices. Because they are in numerals that you recognize. You cannot read anything, you don't know what's in it. But then the person who has taken you is some exalted person, maybe it's a business lunch, you've gone to further your, some kind of a, further your corporation and, have some kind of a pact with this, it's a big high level business lunch and you don't want to come across as ignorant and you don't know what this fafan shashan means in this whole list of things to eat. So what do you say? You defer ordering. You say, you just hand the menu to the host or the person who invited you and selected this stupid restaurant, you're cursing in your mind, and you say, you please order what you think is the best. And therefore you get out of a tricky situation. This is what Pratardana also gets out of a, tricky situation. Because he dare not ask for anything finite, because he doesn't know how to ask for the infinite. So he leaves it to Indra. And that's why this Upanishad is in Samanvaya, is in tandem with the other Upanishad, Kaushitaki Upanishad, which says, Devaihi api vichikitsitam pura. Even previously, the Bhagavan, Devas, the celestials, who are in the service of the laws of Bhagavan, they also had inquired into this. It is an object of special desire for the Devas. And Pratardana also recognizes it. What you think is best, you order for me, he says. And here also, Nachiketa stands up and says, what? Celestials inquired into it? That's what I want. That's really what I want. And he says, Asmin Vastuni, with regard to this Vastu, there was inquiry done by the Devas. And Bhavataha eva naha shrutam. We have, we have heard from you only. Further, cha, and tvam mrityo, you, O death, yad asman, na subnyayam atmatattvam atha. Plus you also said this atmatattva, this truth of myself, is not easy to understand. Atha means aha kathayasi. So therefore, and why is it ataha means because, not therefore here, it means because. Kathayasi ataha panditaihi api avedaniyatvat. Why is it difficult to understand? Because even if you're a scholar, you won't get it. Avedaniya. Vedaniya, to be known. Avedaniya, impossible to be known. Not to be known. To be not, to incomprehensible. Avedaniya. Avedaniyatvat. Avedaniyatvam asti asya atmatatvasya, jnanam. Avedaniyatvam asti asya. For this, avedaniyatvam, the not knowingness, is there. For what? Atmatatvasya. For the Atmatattva, Atmajnanasya, avedaniyatvam asti. Kaihi, panditaihi api. Even by the people who are so-called scholars, they don't understand. This is what is the difference between PhD in Vedanta and studying like this. You can get a PhD in Vedanta. And then you will be teaching also. Some people do that. Get a PhD and put it on the resume, and then teach, and what comes they only know. Yeah, everything becomes, just a hodgepodge. They will be counting the number of times the word killer is used. Who cares? This is what somebody did a PhD and wanted to do a PhD. I don't know what happened, I've lost touch. And they said, I need your blessings. I said, okay, what is the subject on? Vedanta. I said, so what about Vedanta? Well, I want to do PhD. What is the topic? The topic is how many times the word Purusha comes in the Upanishads. Who cares? If you don't know the meaning of Purusha, if you don't know Purusha, why does it matter how many times it comes? So this is how it's just sidetracked. Pandita means a scholar. A scholar means the one who is the one who has not dislodged the knower, the control over the knower. The knower sits in control of everything. Everyone is a control king, a control queen, because the knower they are not willing to displace. They want to make Vedanta an object of knowledge. They want to make that which can never be objectified into an object, and the result is that they are the object of ridicule. Their knowledge itself becomes the object of ridicule. So then how to subjectify the knowledge? Well, even though it's the knowledge of the subject, neither subject nor object, that which upholds both subject and object without being either, like the ocean upholds big wave, small wave, without being of any size. This is what we have to understand. So the Pandita fails because the academic understanding, Pandita here doesn't mean Panda Asya Asti like we saw in Gita, no. Not the one who is Atmajnani, but the one who is a scholar of the first portion of the Veda perhaps, whatever it is. A scholar who has studied Sanskrit is not able to decode this without being taught. The need for the teacher is coming in now. So without the centrality of the teacher to this knowledge is being conveyed through the Bhashya, whereby if you just sit and listen to it, what will happen? Nothing. Nothing will happen. Because you already have some idea about what this is all about and how this is. And this idea is, I am the subject and Vedanta is the object. And I am the master of this thing. And so the knower is intact. Here the pramata has to be dislodged. The ego identifying with the knower has to be shaken up, and to understand that all this is just one. And here the knower remaining intact and the Vedanta is objectified, so it just becomes knowledge empty of meaning, of tattva, empty of itself. And so panditaihi api avedaniyatvat na sugnyayah. So Adi Shankara qualifies Nachiketa's speech by saying, you said it is na sugnyayah. Yeah, na sugnyayah means not easily understood. And he could have, if he had bad self-esteem, he could have said, oh, I'm no good for Vedanta. Teacher said so. Oh, he sent me away. I should go away. I should slink back. Forget the third boon. And he should have a complex as huge as the hills. Yeah, he should have by this time. If he had a regular Jivik mind, Jivik just like Vedic. So if he had a Jivik mind, he would have come to this conclusion. But he flips, he does a judo on Lord Yama. What is judo? You use the opponent's strength against themselves. So you just flick them off, it's a deflection. Here is a beautiful exercise of word judo. Yeah, he deflects this whole thing. And what does he say? He says, you said it is difficult to learn and therefore I shouldn't have it. I say, yes, you are right, it is difficult to learn, but not for the reasons that you may be entertaining. You may be thinking I am too small and I don't have the qualification. Forget all that. It's difficult to learn because even Pandits don't understand it. Therefore, for want of a teacher, it is difficult to learn. And you who is standing, tall in front of me, you are the teacher and you deal with death all the time. This question is about death. This is your forte. And even if I search, Anvishyamanopi sanna, even after searching, I will not get a teacher like you. This is not flattery. This is objective understanding. The most objective understanding. Because he wards off any suggestion that he may not be qualified. Because if the gods are looking into it, if the celestials are looking into it, that means it is very special. I want it too. And forget about my qualifications. Who are you to comment on my qualification? I am the one who has to make myself ready. Correct? So it's incumbent upon me to be ready. So if you are saying it is difficult to understand, it's not because of me. Because he had already said, Bahuna amemi prathamaha, Bahuna amemi madhyamaha. And then Adi Shankara qualified the Bhashya by saying, never antimaha. Never antimaha. First or second, that is where I rank myself. Never antimaha. So therefore, even here, I am fine. I am intact. So if you are saying, I'm not doubting that it's difficult to learn. It's not difficult to learn because of me. It's difficult to learn for lack of teachers. Because even if you're a scholar of it, you will not get it. It's difficult because it is not understood even by the Pandits. And you are standing here before me, a teacher. And here he is asking for this knowledge officially, which is what Yama was also wanting. Not that he concedes easily, but at least he is asking for the knowledge. He says, Panditaihi api avedaniyatvat. I seem to have skipped a page. Yeah. Vakta cha asya dharmasya tvagdrik means like you. Tvat tulyaha means just comparable to you. Anyaha panditascha nalabhyaha. Another, here Pandita means another person of self-knowledge is not able to be located. Not because it is a lonely place, but because it is difficult to understand. Anvishyamanopi, even after finding out, even after seeking, a teacher such as yourself is not located. Ayantu varaha
Ayantu varaha
nishreyasa prapti hetuhu
nishreyasa prapti hetuhu
ataha
Ataha
na anyavarastulyah
na anyavarastulyah
sadrishaha
sadrishaha
asti
asti
etasya
etasya
कश्चिदपि
कश्चिदपि
नित्यफलत्वात्
नित्यफलत्वात्
अपि अनित्यफलत्वात्
अनित्यफलत्वात्
अन्यस्य सर्वस्य
अन्यस्य सर्वस्य
इति अभिप्रायः.
इति अभिप्रायः.
Yeah, a different version from this.
What do you have?
It's not that much different. But
Even the Avedaniyatvād is different.
Yeah,
it's just slightly different. It's not.
slightly different. It's okay.
I mean, it's not meaning anything different. Just slightly.
Yeah. Yeah, अवेदनीयत्वात्. पंडितैः अपि plus अवेदनीयत्वात् वक्ता.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, eva is not there, correct. Cha asya, yeah, 2-3 things are
There's a couple
extra.
of different.
Yeah, okay, no problem. We'll accommodate it, not a problem. Yeah. That's how I knew. Since the repetition was a little hesitant, I could understand that there must have been some patha bheda. So anyway, it's the meaning is not changed. Just a little futures and are there. Ataha means because. Because panditaihi api avedaniyatvat. Because it is not even understood by pandits. Vakta cha asya dharmasya. The dharma here is subject matter. The teacher of this subject matter. Twadrik tvat tulyah anyah panditascha na labhyah. So like you no other pandit is available. No other knower of this knowledge is available even after searching. Ayam tu varaha nishreyasa prapti hetuhu. Ayam tu, whereas this boon, varaha, nishreyasa prapti hetuhu. Hetu means what? Means for nishreyasa prapti. Nishreyasa means moksha. This boon is the sadhana, the means for gaining moksha. What is moksha? Freedom from self-ignorance, self-knowledge. So this is the rungs of the ladder. This boon is the rung of the ladder for gaining this self-knowledge. This is a precursor to self-knowledge. Therefore, it is not like any other boon. Because any other boon is all within samsara. This boon jettisons you out of samsara. And so therefore what? Therefore, the two can never be alive. Ataha, therefore, anyavarastulyah sadrishah asti etasya. There is nothing like this. Sadrishah means comparable to this. There is nothing. Kashchidapi. Nothing else is available. Why? Anitya phalatvat. Because everything else gives finite results. All the other boons are finite, centered on the finite. Sarvasya eva, for all of them, anitya phalakatvat, because they give anitya phala. Please understand, nothing is similar to this vara. Why? Because all of them give anitya phala. What is anitya phala? Finite results. All the other boons are centered on things that get over quickly or slowly, but they get over, no doubt. They get finished. Finite. Therefore, this vara, because it is nitya phalakam, nitya phalakatvam asti asya varasya. For this boon, this boon is qualified by the fruit of jnanam, not fruit of karma. The fruit of jnanam is nitya, it is yourself. The fruit of knowledge is yourself. It is you, so it is nitya, it is permanent, it is infinite, it is you. Whereas anything other than you, because the other boons are centered on anatma, this is centered on atma. Being centered on anatma, the other boons are finite. Being centered on atma, this boon is infinite. So that therefore there is no comparison between the finite and the infinite. Because if you have 10,000 boons, not 3, and you ask for 10,000 finite things, 10,000 plus 1, it does not make infinite. You know, infinite is not got by procuring it, adding it, nothing. It just is, and it happens to be you. So, kashchidapi, so no other boon is comparable sarvasya eva iti abhiprayah. So, for no other boon can even touch this boon. This is the understanding. Eva muktopi पुनः प्रलोभयन् उवाच मृत्युः. Yeah, we'll see that later. शतायुषः पुत्रपौत्रान् वृणीष्व.
शतायुषः पुत्रपौत्रान् वृणीष्व.
बहून् पशून् हस्तिहिरण्यमश्वान्.
बहून् पशून् हस्तिहिरण्यमश्वान्.
भूमेर्महदायतनं वृणीष्व.
भूमेर्महदायतनं वृणीष्व.
स्वयं च जीव शरदो यावदिच्छसि.
स्वयं च जीव शरदो यावदिच्छसि.
शतायुषः पुत्रपौत्रान् वृणीष्व.
शतायुषः पुत्रपौत्रान् वृणीष्व.
बहून् पशून् हस्तिहिरण्यमश्वान्.
बहून् पशून् हस्तिहिरण्यमश्वान्.
भूमेर्महदायतनं वृणीष्व.
भूमेर्महदायतनं वृणीष्व.
स्वयं च जीव शरदो यावदिच्छसि.
स्वयं च जीव शरदो यावदिच्छसि.
Eva muktopi, even though he was answered back in this manner with a few swift judo moves of verbal judo, where Yama's words were flipped back and backfired. Oh, it is difficult to understand. Yes, I know it's difficult to understand. That's why I need you as the teacher. Oh, even the celestials have not succeeded. They have also inquired. Oh, celestials have wanted this. Definitely I want this. So in these two flipping judo moves, Lord Yama is pushed back, and has nothing to say. Lord Yama is seldom speechless, but here he doesn't know what to do. But he also is true to his mettle, comes back even after having been biffed back by his own words. He comes back, he recovers and becomes determined to deter him away from this path of desiring self-knowledge. He throws another curved ball. Pralobhayan. Yeah. Pra means badly, forcefully. Lobhayan, tempting. Yeah. To tempt him badly. But aha, he says, punaha, again to tempt him away from this and to test him in the ways that we talked about earlier. Punaha uvacha. Again, Mrityu said, Yama said. What did he say? Shatayu, he thought, okay, this fellow is kind of got a few things about Nachiketa are coming to fore. What is that? He's got an obsessive compulsive personality. Once he thinks of something, he doesn't forget it. Like some children are like that. You promise them a little outing, and even though it is later in the afternoon, they keep reminding you of that the whole day. They cannot get it out of the mind. What about that? What about that? When are we doing that? That kind of a personality. So Nachiketa's personality, he is slowly learning, and he says, oh, what have I got on my hands here? So this fellow is not at all forgetting. It's very difficult to make him forget this. Like sometimes the child will pick up a dangerous thing to play with, like a live wire. In India this happens. And so the mother has to slowly disengage and say, "Shoo, look, the crow took it away." Some children, after a while, they stop crying and they look, pick up something else, perhaps less dangerous. So, but here, this, some children, they will keep on wanting that alone. They will cry for it till their lungs come out. They will just cry their lungs out for it because they have that kind of a obsessive personality. It's not hard to fool. It's not easy to fool them, and it's not easy to make them leave that particular thing and go on another track. They are one-track kids, and Nachiketa, as he is finding out, is on the highest track of moksha, and he is not going to come down from that. But he said, still it's worth a try. And perhaps this fellow, being very obsessed with this, the obsession is not allowing him to see that there are other wonderful things to ask for. This fellow is addled. He's asking for moksha. Let me help him out and give him some suggestions as to what all I can give him. Shatayusham Vrinishva. Live for 100 years. Choose that. And what's the point of living for 100 years if you're old, lonely, tired? No. Putra pautran Vrinishva. Have a large family. Yeah. Don't worry about family planning. Just keep on having children and then all the grandchildren, so that you have a big extended family. Children, their children, putra, child, pautra, child's child, etc. So may your lineage be populated with all kinds of people who adore you. Not only that, because where to feed all these mouths? Bahun Pashun Vrinishva, you have to add everywhere. Bahun Pashun Vrinishva. Choose a lot of cattle, etc. Ityadi, because having animals was a sign of wealth. Hasti Hiranyam Ashwan Vrinishva. Hasti Hiranyam, Hasti means, what does Hasti mean? Yeah, that which has Hasta, Hastin, elephant. Because it uses the trunk as a hand. It feeds itself, it, does all kinds of things. So Hasti, Hastinam Vrinishva, choose elephants. And Hiranyam, gold. Vrinishva, Ashwan, horses. Vrinishva, choose horses. Gold elephant. It's not golden elephants and horses. It is Hasti cha, Hiranyam cha, Ashvascha. So each one. So separately, please choose all of them. Not only that, Bhumehe Mahadayatanam Vrinishva. On this earth, choose what? Mahat Ayatanam, a big palace, or many houses, summer home, winter home, ski resort. I'll give you the whole resort, have it, And you can also book some, timeshare here and there, by the coast and by the hills, another timeshare. And here and there you can go, you can have fun. And also another meaning, Mahadayatanam, means have a presence on this earth. Forget palace, have a kingdom. Forget a palatial estate spanning several acres. Have a kingdom. You'll have own lots of land. Everything in the kingdom will belong to you only. And then what's the use of all this if you're not healthy, So therefore what? Therefore you also choose well-being. Swayam cha jiva sharadaha yavad ichhasi. Yadecha maranam vrinishva. Meaning what? You have a, you have like Bhishma. Bhishma had the boon of dying when he wanted, not when Yama wanted. So like this, Yama only can give this boon. Yama said, you decide the date of your death. Let me not decide. You come to me, Yeah, you deliver yourself unto me. I'm not even coming after you, so that fearlessly you can live. And Swayam cha jiva sharada. Sharada actually means autumn, but here it means a special thing. It means like in full health, year after year. Completely endowed in full health, like Indra. Indra lives for 100 years, 100 celestial years. And, and he lives in full health. He doesn't grow old and whatnot. 100 yugas or whatever it is, 100, years, celestial years is equal to 4 yugas here. So please ask some kind of a celestial time zone. I can put just you in that celestial anti-aging time zone. That's why it is repeated, because it was already given. Shatayumshi was given earlier. But it is repeated here because this is putting you in time zone. See, now the physicists are doing something. They are making a certain... First they found out that there is possible to bend the light rays into make this invisibility cloak. Thanks to Harry Potter, now it is becoming a reality. They cannot disappear a whole person, but a small object, they can cloak it in some bent, refracted rays of light so that it is invisible to that light, even though it's right there. This we knew how to do in Dwapara Yuga, so say the Shastra. Shastras say that. Puranas and all. You had telekinesis, we had all these teleporting, everything was there. So this invisibility cloak. Now that has become a metaphor to look into a way, because you cannot see that you in order to not age, you have to go faster than the speed of light, which is not possible. Correct? It's not possible because they don't know anything else that's faster than the speed of light. You have to bypass this speed because you are now in this time-space matrix, which is signified by the speed of light, which goes for 186,000 miles per second, not per minute, per second. So imagine how fast that is. So you have to go faster than that in order to not age. So it may not be possible to go faster than that, because what is the vahana, what is the ayatanam, how do we get on that thing that goes faster? But what is possible they are doing, what is possible to do, they are researching, is to make a certain kind of a cloak which bypasses the speed of light and appears to be moving away from it. In a sense that one is in a timeless zone. All this you need when you don't have Atma knowledge, that you yourself are timeless. But anyhow, so one is in a zone of timelessness, so to speak, so that the whole world is going by and you are protected in a little bubble of sorts. Of course, physicists, if anybody is listening to this, they will perhaps, cringe at my explanation, but nonetheless you get the idea. So you get the idea. So somehow it's called a time warp. That's what it is. That's the word I was looking for. You create a time warp by bending the speed of light, or speeding, or letting the speed of light not talk to you. Purvatra siddham. Meaning it's not going to speak to you at all. Anything that applies to all the jivas doesn't apply to you, because you have created a time warp by refracting the light, playing with the light. So anyhow, so like this, I will create it for you, and then so that you can live and enjoy a healthy body year after year after year after year after year. And then in so doing, you will live happily. These are the kinds of things you should ask for. What is this stupid Atma? Whether it is there, whether it is not there, what is the nature of Atma? Who cares about that? Live for a long time. Live, entertain, have a party, yajna every day. Because you will have lots of children, sons, daughters, and they will have children. You will have a huge extended family. Plus, your coffers will always be full. Blessed by me. Mat prasadat. Blessed by me. Your coffers will always be full. You can just hand out gems to all of them, and then see the smile on their faces. And then plus, you can go wherever you want, because you will have elephant drawn carriage, horse carriage for light outings, and all these things you will have. Golden carriage, plus you will have all this huge health, wealth, everything you will have. What more do you want? These are the things you should ask for. Not Atma is asti nava. Come on, get over that. let me sort of, chaperone you back into samsara. You've already set one foot out. Let me escort you back. I am a samsara escort. Let me escort you back from the obsession with the infinite back to the world of the finite, because this is really what matters. And then he's going to keep on piling on the boons. Take 3 boons, take 4, doesn't matter, even though I owe you still 1. I'll make it all into one and give you a bundle. This is the days of the bundle, right? Yeah. So I'll bundle the boons so that you can get a discount of the boons. Meaning many boons as one, passing off at one boon. I'll bundle it together for you. I'll make you a package deal. A deal that which only I can seal, which you cannot refuse. Of course, Nachiketa has nothing to do with it. He says, keep all the long life to yourself, and then what? Keep the gold, give it to Yami, and keep all the putra, pautra. I'm not interested in that. I'm still interested in this alone. Very difficult to convince this fellow. That's why we will not try right now. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. I think on an average, the uncomplicated bhashyas, the small verses, how many are we doing per day?
2 days.
Today we